Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 2 of the Leveling with Mick podcast. I am the host, Mick. It's I, in your television. Well, I don't, not really, because I'm not actually on camera, so I'm not really on television, but more like I'm in your brain, because you can hear me. I am in your brain vision. That's where I'm at. So let's get started for today. I really did not have much really planned out for this, so I don't have a whole lot to say. Um, but I kind of just wanted to talk about a particular topic, and really just kind of get gauge input, really, and see if people are willing to kind of give their shents. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's really like the advent of the social games that have been like out like and super popular lately. Like if you guys have seen my last video, I posted with one of my friends. We played Fall Guys, and I also got Among Us as well. And I've been watching some people stream that, and that has been like pretty entertaining to watch. Um, and these games are very simple in nature and just like not really like super complicated or advanced or anything like that. But they've all been like pretty entertaining to watch and even play in a lot of situations. I haven't played Among Us yet. That one you need people for, and but that one is super funny to like watch because like people will legitimately like vote someone as the imposter and vote them off. Like right as they can, as soon as they can, like literally the moment they see them. Yep, nope, imposter. Nope, get him out. Mm-mm. And it's so funny to me because like I think these games are kind of really popular right now due to the situation that I think we're all in. If I think, like if with the last episode of the podcast, we talked about quarantine and gaming, right? Like me and my friends kind of just got on and we talked about what we were playing during quarantine and things like that. Now, I think because people are in quarantine and we lack the ability in most cases, and if you're following all of the quarantine protocols and things like that, and you stay in the house, um, then a lot of people just aren't in like those group settings. They're not able to like hang out the way that they normally would and stuff like that. So I think that what ends up happening is that a lot of us are, you know, looking for new outlets and avenues and things like that. I think that we're all trying to find ways to kind of engage as a group together, and I think that's where like these games are really like gonna profit because Among Us is a really old game. It's been out for like 2 years or something like that, but like it's like just had this resurgence. Like everybody's streaming it, everybody's playing it. I'm seeing like all these really popular streamers playing it with their friends, and Fall Guys just came out, and so Fall Guys has been like a really big thing all of a sudden, and everybody's playing that and stuff. So I think that people are really just looking for something to connect with, which is great for the time being, I think. But then it's like, where's is there longevity with this? Is there going to be something that people are going to want to continue to play, right? Like, do we think really that these games are going to become super popular and stay popular forever? I mean, most games don't stay popular forever. Every game has a wave. Look at Fortnite. Fortnite was a wave, and I mean, it's so popular, but like, I don't think I hear like Fortnite like how I used to back. Even when I played Fortnite, like Fortnite was like, oh yeah, like I'm getting on Fortnite tonight. You know what I'm saying? We about to do this thing, but the build and all that other shit. Um, but now it's like I don't think that people are that into Fortnite like that. At least it's still super popular, which is crazy. But like you just don't hear about it like that anymore. And a lot of the people that I know who used to almost always make Fortnite content and stuff like that, I don't even ever see them play the game anymore. Um, so I'm wondering like how does this kind of environment lend itself to, us figuring out what this all means, right, and how this is going to further affect the gaming industry, if you will, because I'm thinking that, looking at what's happening and stuff like that, and what we've all kind of been playing and seeing, I'm wondering, are we going to even see these kind of games kind of last past quarantine? Like once the world stabilizes itself and puts its shoes on the right foot, and we're all like able to go outside like normal. What at that point then what? Like do I mean, I don't see like the novelty falling off, right? Because it's still gonna be like a cool game to play with your friends and stuff like that. But then with the ability to be able to now hang out with your friends and stuff like that, would we lend will we lean on these games more as much as we do now that we're doing them? I think quarantine and gaming was like the kind of topic of the last episode, but I think quarantine, because it's such a big thing right now with everything because of the COVID situation, I think it's still like a prevalent topic in the industry and how it's affecting us. So like keeping us home and playing a bunch of different games, but then also causing us to also have to adapt, if you will, to how we can approach gaming, being with friends, being around people, interacting, enjoying ourselves, having group activities. I think that these kinds of games are kind of being like that outlet that some of us need to be able to have those connections and those interactions with our friends and our other people, really. Which then brings up a great point. Like, I feel like this is the perfect time for MMOs to be booming. Because what better complete social game than an MMO, right? Like getting into like Final Fantasy 14 or World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, RuneScape, any one of those games, right? It's the same concept. You're able to kind of create an avatar, something like you, and kind of put yourself in a world, and you're able to kind of meet up with your friends wherever they are, and you know, basically interact and have social gatherings just in a digital space. I think those. I'm not even sure why those games aren't even popping off like that. I mean, then again, MMOs are kind of hard to get into because it's not like as easily accessible as everybody else. One, a lot of them have monthly subscriptions like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy. Some of them are buy to play, like Final BDO and is there another one that's buy to play? I don't know. I think Elder Scrolls is free, and Elder Scrolls is actually probably a really good one too because it has a lot to do. There's story and it's interesting. It looks nice, and it's cross-platform. So like people on the console and on PC can play together. So I feel like that's like probably like the optimal one because I know a lot of people who don't play games like that. They're just not going to do it. Two, they don't have computers, so you can't even get them to play the games that are only on computer, and like they're not going to pay for a subscription and stuff like that. So I think I guess the real problem really is like getting a game that is easily as accessible to everyone as some of these games are because like Fall Guys is maybe like $20, right? And so, which is not it's not a little bit of money, but it's definitely not a lot either. It's definitely not full price like a normal game. Among Us is like $5, so it's like everybody can realistically, I would say, kind of afford these things. They're not like too hurting on the pockets, if you will. So I think those just have a lower bar for people to be able to reach, to be able to get into it, as opposed to MMOs that have like a higher ceiling, and then there's like the skill cap with MMOs where it's like you can play it casually, but then like it can become more complicated the more involved that you get. I think that honestly, I feel like I just answered my question. I feel like that's why it's probably not, those things aren't as popular as they were before, or as you would think they would be given the situation. Um, but I think that overall, I think that's also another good thing to, be able to have as a community, to be able to use MMOs as a way to be able to interact with everyone and your friends and stuff, and be able to kind of live in this other world, at least to be able to hang out, to avoid having to do that in real life because of COVID, right? So it's very fascinating that like something like that is even a thing. And I think like just the way that stuff has been kind of playing out with some of these like more popular like social games, I think is also really really cool, to be honest. I'm interested to just see like how after quarantine ends and we're allowed back out, really what happens at that point. Like how does this big event in like the human life cycle, like how does that impact every industry, everything that we do, and stuff like that. Like looking at my job, right? They sent a lot of people home. A lot of these people never had laptops. And so now they've invested in all these laptops to give people to work from home. And now it's like, okay, so what do you do when you allow people back in the office with all these laptops? Now you just can't have the surplus of technology, right? So I think it's something that's gonna, I think, affect this industry as well. Like at the end of it, what do we do with everything that we've come up with to kind of help ourselves cope, right? Not just playing obviously games that already are out, but like adapting to new ways of interacting with our friends and finding different games to even play. Like that's like I think gonna be the biggest thing. Just seeing how some of these games kind of their life cycle, how long they like last after all of this is over, I think will be pretty interesting to say the least. There's actually even another one too that I saw before. Hold on, I think it's like SCP. Yeah, SCP Secret Laboratory is another one that I've seen some people play. Um, and it has a 9 out of 10 rating on Steam. What the hell is even this game? During containment breach. What is it free? It is free to play a multiplayer horror game heavily based on SCP Foundation series and its expanding universe of monsters and paranormal phenomena. Oh, this one's it's a multiplayer horror game. Interesting. I've seen some people play that one, and I was very interested to figure out what it was, but I don't know. This looks kind of crazy. I mean, it says free too, so I mean, if it's free, it's me. You can't beat that with a stick. So ain't nothing to complain about. Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of weird looking. I don't know if that's something that I've seen a lot of. I've definitely seen it. I'm just not sure if that one's really popular, but that's another game that is kind of like could pop off in this world. Even the Avengers. I think the Avengers is going to be a co-op game, or it has co-op play. That's going to be something that everybody's going to be into because one, it's the Avengers. People love the Avengers. Two, it's going to be co-op. People are going to want to play that. So I think it's going to be fascinating seeing all of these things kind of pan out and how we all just adjust after the fact. Because I honestly, I wish that everybody just got into MMOs, to be honest, because then I'd have way more friends to play them with, like from IRL. Because I think that would be super dope, having some of my like real life friends like playing some of the games that I play, especially the ones that I'm like super super comfortable with. But my friends don't be liking games, and they don't be playing the stuff that I play, so I can't be bothered half the time. I just got to make new friends. So yeah, so that's kind of my thing. I'm interested to hear you guys' take on the new wave of social games that are geared around just being with people. I'm interested to hear how you guys feel about that and what you guys think is going to happen with these games after we're allowed to literally physically be with people. Is that something you think will continually stay as popular outside of quarantine, or do you think that the quarantine has nothing to do with it? They think they're just really just that fun. I mean, they are fun. A lot of them are really fun and entertaining, but I think that a part of it is because of the fact that quarantine exists and we're stuck. That it's like a thing. So I think that's kind of interesting to look at. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about that. I definitely want to have that kind of conversation to see what you guys think, really. So yeah, that's kind of really all I have for today. Just some quick hits. I'm going to try to stream this weekend. Don't quote me, but I'm going to try to stream this weekend and get some stuff out. Then I'm gonna try to see if I can get some new games on the channel. I've been playing League a lot. The video I'm leveling with is League. The Avengers game is coming out, so I might try to see if I can get some content with that. That might be interesting. That'll be, I think, the 4th, which is next week, Friday. So that's going to be next week. So maybe that's something that I probably won't post next week. My next week video probably won't be that, but maybe the week after that or something. I don't know. We're going to see. But I want to try to get some stuff on the channel. It's just I haven't been playing any other games. I've literally only been playing League. I've started playing Fairy Tail. That's interesting. So there's that. I don't know if I really want to make content on that, though. I think I'm just liking it because it's a JRPG and literally that. So yeah, I don't know. We're going to try, though. I want to get some more content out. I want to get some different games out there and stuff. So that's like a big thing that I'm trying to look for. So yeah, like I said, comment down below how you feel about the advent of these social games and what you think is going to happen with some of these. Also, make sure you guys subscribe if you like the podcast and if you like all the things that are coming with the channel. I'm trying my best to post every week. It's really hard because I don't feel motivated all the time, and also I'm not posting League videos. That's all I do. That's all I play. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna try to keep up and post as every week as much as I can, as to the best of my ability for as long as I can. Try to be consistent. I can do this. So make sure you guys subscribe. That will help me out a lot. Also, liking the video and sharing it as well if you guys you like the content or you think someone else would be interested if it's not necessarily for you or you think someone has good input. Make them listen and hopefully they comment. So yeah. Like it, comment, share it, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I post. That's like a thing that I always forget to say. I forget to say all of this, honestly. I'm a terrible YouTuber. So yeah. That's it. Stay 10 toes down. Mikk out.